I always felt like that's how I got my first initial part with Triple H. He came to WCW. I said to him, I could see somebody who was talented and young. I mean, he's only a year younger than me, but hadn't been in the job as long as me, hadn't done as much. And I was like, right, do you want to come and train together? And we drove together and he used to come and eat it. You know, my wife would cook for him. And we just became, and I've done that for a lot of people because people did it for me.
Did you guys
And
connect at all in WCW before
yes,
you
that's
met?
where yes,
Oh,
that
right.
was how we connected. He came to WCW and straight away, I just went up straight away. And I know what it's like to be a foreigner. Can you even
Right.
say that anymore? I know what it was like to be a foreigner going to a foreign land.
Right.
So I also know what it's like to be a talent going into a different company.
Were
So
you
I'm
both
very
kind of were you both kind
welcoming
of
to people.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. Were you did you both feel like you were kind of out of place in that sense? You were a foreigner
No, I
from a
wasn't. No, I
dip,
because I'd been there for nearly a year by
okay.
then,
But
and so
Triple H
I
was very new to the business, right?
very new. Yes, and so I, as I would with anybody, you know, like my first day in America, the first person that I saw, because I got there early to the show, Mick Foley came up to me. And Mick Foley walked in and introduced himself. Then Brad Armstrong did. Then, so that's just what decent people did. Decent people did that. And I like to think that I was one of those people. So the first day I met him, it was, hello, how you doing? Do you need anything? What do you need? And it went from there. And to the fact that we ended up going to the power plant on any day off that we had, and we would train together. And not just training with me, he would train with Terry Taylor and Jody Hamilton and people, whoever else was there. But I would get in the ring with him because I knew all this different style of wrestling. So I taught him all that. Not that he ever needed it in his career, but I was actually happy that I had somebody to pass on some of this stuff because I thought that whole style was going to die out. Other people ended up taking it, Daniel Bryan being one of them, and
Right.
popularizing it and doing other things. But that was how we connected. So we were friends from there, and then we went. We should have been a tag team together. We were a tag team together, but we should have. There was a point where we were the original Blue Bloods were
Right.
myself and H, and they were going to put Sherry Martel with us, but then he got the offer. His contract was up to go to WWE. He talked to me about it. I actually there was a bit of an offer for me at the time to go, but I signed. I had a guaranteed contract with WWE and WWE were with WCW. This is 95, I believe, or 90 end of
Hmm.
94. I'm not sure. Some of the years go
That
by,
sounds right.
but I had a guaranteed contract with WCW, and they were very good to me, and they were also getting me visas and green cards for my family. So I said, no, what you need to do is go to WWE or WWF at the time, because what he needed was what I'd had for the last 10 years. He needed to work 200 plus days a year because he had all the skills set there, but you get better by wrestling a lot. And you find out what you're good at, what you're bad at. You make mistakes. You rectify those problems. You try and work on them, and just the experience makes you a better talent. So he went. We always kept in touch, and so forth. And I know we've gone on a long topic there, but
Sure.
that's not. That's just one instance of me doing that with a lot of people, and that's what led me to getting this job, this grand title of a job that I just thought, no, I'm just doing me. All I'm doing
Right.
is me, but it's I've got this grand job title now. Well, it was not, because there's a lot more people that came into my life over the years who'd come and ask me whether, and a lot of it through being extras or just me knowing people, um, and so all of a sudden I'm in this position and I've got this job title, and that's really how it all started. But as far as the actual job title is, because they couldn't put director of being William Regal.
Right. Right. A director of being William Regal. And it
Yeah,
sounds like your long-standing friendship and relationship with Triple H puts you in that position where you were free to be the director of William Regal. And
free to be with whatever else that comes along with whatever the company needs, and
Right.
which is that there's an interesting. I'm going to say this now, so